All right, let's dive deep into e-learning architect interview prep. You're about to step into an interview for your dream job,
That's right.
one where you design the future of learning,
Yeah.
but maybe those interview nerves are starting to kick in.
It happens.
Oh, don't worry, we've got your back
We do
with
it.
expert insights
Yeah.
and tactical advice to help
Yeah.
you nail it.
Absolutely. We're going to tap into some really valuable resources from RoleCatcher today,
Yeah.
a platform that's got tons of real interview questions,
Nice.
career guides, and even some AI tools that can give you a competitive edge.
So before we get into the hot seat, let's make sure we're all on the same page here. What exactly does an e-learning architect do all day? It's more than just knowing your way around a PowerPoint, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Think of an e-learning architect as a learning visionary, someone who seamlessly integrates technology into education to craft dynamic and interactive experiences.
Like those online courses where you're actually engaged
Yeah,
and learning it and not just clicking through slides.
exactly. You're the architect of virtual classrooms and learning management systems, making sure everything runs smoothly and that learners have the tools they need. Plus, you're the bridge between traditional teaching and the digital world, making sure that content is both engaging and effective online.
Okay, that paints a pretty clear picture. Now let's get down to business and tackle some of those interview questions head on.
Great idea. RoleCatcher's database is a goldmine for this.
Awesome.
And their first question is a classic. Can you describe a successful e-learning project you have led?
This one seems straightforward, but I'm guessing there are some nuances to crafting a really standout answer.
You bet. First, choose a project that directly showcases your strengths, especially those highlighted in the job description. You are tailoring your response to demonstrate you're the perfect fit. Then, use the STAR method,
Okay.
situation, task, action, result, to structure your response clearly.
The STAR method. Such a classic for behavioral interview questions. Keeps you focused. And make sure you hit all the key points.
Exactly. Now here's where you can set yourself apart. Quantify your achievements. Instead of just saying you improved engagement, tell them you increased learner engagement by 15% by introducing interactive elements, which ultimately boosted knowledge retention scores by 10%. Numbers add impact.
Adding those numbers is like turning data points into fireworks. It makes your achievements pop.
You got it. And don't forget to be prepared for follow-up questions. They might ask, what were some of the lessons learned from this project? Or how did you ensure stakeholder buy-in?
Those follow-ups can be tricky. It's good to have some thoughtful responses ready to go. Let's move on to the next question from RoleCatcher. How do you approach designing e-learning courses for different types of learners?
This is where you demonstrate your understanding that not everyone learns the same way. Highlight your knowledge of diverse learning styles and needs, mentioning specific learning theories or frameworks, like Bloom's taxonomy or the VARK model, can showcase your expertise.
So instead of just saying, I understand people learn differently, you could say, I apply the principles of Bloom's taxonomy to ensure that the learning objectives target different levels of cognitive skills.
Exactly. You're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk. By demonstrating how you actually apply these principles in your work, don't be afraid to draw on your personal experiences. If a specific learning style works best for you, share that. It adds authenticity, and it helps the interviewer connect with you.
It makes you more relatable as a learner yourself. Okay, moving on to the next challenge. Question 3 asks, how do you ensure that e-learning courses are accessible to learners with disabilities?
This one's crucial, and it goes beyond just ticking boxes. You're showing your commitment to inclusivity and demonstrating your knowledge of accessibility guidelines, like WCAG.
So it's not just about adding captions to videos or using alternative text for images. You need to show a deep understanding of the why behind these techniques.
Precisely. Explain how you integrate accessibility into your design process from the start. For example, you could mention utilizing screen readers during your testing phase to ensure that content is navigable for visually impaired users. This demonstrates that you're not just aware of the guidelines, but you're actively applying them.
That level of detail really showcases your commitment. Let's move on to question 4. How do you measure the effectiveness of e-learning courses?
Data is king here. You need to explain the importance of data-driven decisions in e-learning design.
So instead of just saying, I look at completion rates, I should be prepared to discuss specific metrics like learner engagement, knowledge retention, and how they tie back to the course objectives.
You got it. Share concrete examples. Did you analyze quiz scores to identify areas where learners struggled?
Yeah.
And then revise the content accordingly.
It's about showing that you can not only gather data, but also analyze it to make meaningful improvements.
Exactly. Data helps you tell a story about whether you're actually achieving your goals. And now for our final interview question from RoleCatcher. How do you stay up to date with e-learning technologies and trends?
This is all about showcasing your commitment to continuous learning, right? What are some ways to stand out when everyone's likely to mention reading articles and attending conferences?
Go beyond the obvious. Mention specific industry publications that you follow, podcasts you listen to, or thought leaders whose work you admire. Do you participate in online communities or forums dedicated to e-learning? These details demonstrate your genuine engagement with the field.
So instead of just name-dropping a popular e-learning conference, I can say something like, I regularly contribute to discussions on a specific e-learning forum, and I find the exchange of ideas with other professionals incredibly valuable.
Perfect. And remember to discuss your process for evaluating and adopting new technologies. Not every shiny new tool is a good fit for every project.
It's about being selective and making sure that the technology aligned with your learning objectives. All right, we've tackled some tough interview questions, but there's so much more to being a successful e-learning architect. Let's see what career insights we can glean from RoleCatcher's guides.
That's a great idea. RoleCatcher's e-learning architect career guide is full of valuable information. Let's start with the job outlook.
Okay. Is this a field worth investing in? Is there a real demand for these skills?
Absolutely. The job outlook for e-learning architects is incredibly positive. The demand for skilled professionals in this field is growing rapidly, making this a smart career move.
That's fantastic to hear. But let's be realistic for a second. No job is perfect. What are some of the challenges someone might face in this role?
You're right. It's important to have a balanced perspective. E-learning architects often face tight deadlines, and the need to constantly adapt to new technologies can be demanding.
So strong time management and organizational skills are essential, along with a willingness to continuously learn and adapt.
Exactly. You've got to be comfortable embracing change. But for someone who thrives in a fast-paced, innovative environment, the rewards can be incredibly fulfilling.
Speaking of rewards, where can this role lead in terms of career advancement? What are the potential paths for growth?
The possibilities are exciting. You could move into leadership roles like a director of learning technologies, a chief learning officer, or even a chief technology officer.
Wow, those are some impressive titles. So how can someone set themselves apart as they progress in their e-learning career?
Continuous learning is key, of course. Pursuing relevant certifications can really boost your credentials. The Certified Online Learning Facilitator, COLF, Certified E-Learning Specialist, CLES, Certified Instructional Designer, CID, and Certified Professional in Learning and Performance, CPLP, are all valuable options.
Certifications are like badges of honor, showcasing your dedication to professional development and demonstrating your expertise.
They really are. And don't underestimate the power of networking, connecting with other professionals. Attending conferences and building your online presence can open doors to new opportunities. RoleCatcher's platform can be a fantastic resource for this as well.
It's about building relationships, learning from others in the field, and staying plugged into the latest trends and innovations. Now, I'm really intrigued by this whole AI aspect of RoleCatcher. It seems like such a game changer for job searching and interview prep.
It absolutely is. RoleCatcher's AI tools can give you that extra edge you need to stand out from the crowd.
I'm always fascinated by how AI is changing the way we work, and especially how it can level the playing field in job searching. What makes RoleCatcher's AI different? What sets it apart from other tools out there?
Their CV Resume Builder is a great example. It uses AI to tailor your resume to each specific job you're applying for, highlighting the skills that matter most to the company's hiring algorithms. Many companies use applicant tracking systems that scan resumes for keywords and skills, so this feature can be a real game changer.
So instead of sending out the same generic resume to every company, I can use AI to fine-tune it and make sure I'm hitting those crucial keywords that will get my resume noticed.
Precisely. And here's where it gets even more exciting. RoleCatcher also offers AI-powered interview practice. You can actually practice your answers and get feedback from the AI on your delivery and content.
It's like having a virtual coach analyzing my every word and gesture. It's incredible. But what if I'm not sure how to tailor my answers to a specific company culture or job requirements?
That's where RoleCatcher's AI really shines. It can help you craft responses that resonate with the specific company and role you're targeting. It's about going beyond simply answering the question and demonstrating that you've done your research and you understand what they're looking for.
So instead of giving a generic answer to you and their REM, tell me about a time you overcame a challenge. I can use AI to help me shape that answer to align with the company's values or the specific challenges mentioned in the job description.
Exactly. It's about showcasing your understanding of their needs and demonstrating that you're the perfect fit.
Wow, this is mind-blowing. I can already see how using these AI tools can boost your confidence and help you make a lasting impression. We've covered so much ground today, and it's clear that preparing for an e-learning architect interview goes beyond just memorizing answers.
It's about understanding the role, showcasing your knowledge and skills, and utilizing the right tools to stand out from the competition.
We've learned about the responsibilities of an e-learning architect, tackled some of those tough interview questions, and explored how RoleCatcher can be a secret weapon in your job search. But we're just getting started.
That's right. We have even more valuable insights to share. So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive.
Welcome back. I'm excited to continue our exploration of the e-learning architect role.
Me too. And I'm especially curious to learn more about how RoleCatcher's AI can help us personalize those interview responses.
That's a great place to pick up. Remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze job descriptions and company profiles to identify key skills and values that are important to specific employers. So it's not just about giving a generic one-size-fits-all answer. It's about tailoring your responses to resonate with the specific company you're interviewing with.
Exactly. Let's say a company emphasizes innovation and creativity in their job posting. RoleCatcher's AI can help you highlight those aspects of your experience. When answering questions like, "Tell me about a time you went above and beyond."
That's a brilliant strategy. Instead of just describing a challenging project, you can emphasize how your creative problem-solving led to an innovative solution that directly aligns with their values.
Precisely. You're showing them you've done your homework and you understand what they're looking for.
It's like having a secret decoder ring for job descriptions. This level of personalization can really give you an edge.
Absolutely. And don't forget about the AI-powered feedback. RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your practice responses and provide suggestions for improvement. It's like having a personal coach right in your pocket.
What kind of feedback does it provide? Does it analyze things like tone of voice and body language?
It can analyze your word choices, sentence structure, and even the pacing of your delivery. It can also flag any potential areas where you might be rambling or using too much jargon.
That's incredible. It's like having a virtual mirror that reflects not just how you look, but also how you sound and come across.
Exactly. The goal is to help you refine your responses and present yourself in the most confident and compelling way possible.
This AI-powered feedback is a game changer. It takes the guesswork out of interview prep and allows you to focus on honing your skills and showcasing your strengths.
Absolutely. And the best part is that it's all personalized to your specific needs and the specific job you're targeting.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something we discussed earlier about the challenges of being an e-learning architect. You mentioned the constant need to stay updated with new technologies. What are some of the emerging trends that aspiring architects should be aware of?
That's a great question. One of the most exciting trends is the rise of immersive technologies, like virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR.
Those technologies seem like they have the potential to revolutionize e-learning. Can you give us some examples of how they're being used?
Imagine a medical student being able to dissect a virtual heart in VR, or an engineering student using AR to overlay interactive schematics onto a real-world engine.
That's mind-blowing. It's like taking those choose-your-own-adventure books to a whole new level.
Exactly. VR and AR can make learning so much more engaging and impactful. They allow learners to experience concepts in a way that was never possible before.
But wouldn't creating these immersive experiences require a whole new set of skills and tools?
Absolutely. E-learning architects need to be comfortable working with 3D modeling software, game engines, and other immersive technology platforms.
So it's not just about understanding learning theories and instructional design principles anymore. It's also about being tech-savvy and adaptable to new tools and workflows.
Precisely. The role of an e-learning architect is constantly evolving, which makes it both challenging and incredibly rewarding.
It sounds like a career path. That requires a unique blend of creativity, technical expertise, and a passion for pushing the boundaries of what's possible in education.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And speaking of pushing boundaries, another trend to watch is the rise of personalized learning.
Personalized learning, what does that entail?
It's all about tailoring the learning experience to the individual needs and preferences of each learner.
So instead of everyone going through the same course at the same pace, you're creating customized learning paths
Yeah.
based on their strengths, weaknesses,
Hmm.
goals.
Exactly. This can involve things like adaptive learning platforms that adjust the difficulty level based on the learner's performance, or personalized recommendations for additional resources based on their interests.
This sounds incredible, but wouldn't it be incredibly complex to implement on a large scale?
It definitely presents challenges, but thankfully advancements in AI and data analytics are making it more feasible. These technologies can help us gather and analyze learner data to create more effective, personalized learning experiences.
It's like having a virtual tutor for every student, guiding them along their individual learning journey.
That's a great analogy. And it's just one example of how technology is transforming the way we learn and teach.
So for anyone considering a career as an e-learning architect, what are some key takeaways they should keep in mind?
First and foremost, be passionate about learning and technology. This field is constantly evolving, so you need to be a lifelong learner yourself.
That's great advice. You have to be excited about exploring new tools, experimenting with new approaches, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to embrace the challenges that come with this role. The rewards of creating innovative and engaging learning experiences far outweigh the difficulties.
It sounds like an incredibly fulfilling career path for those who are driven by desire to make a real difference in the world of education.
I couldn't agree more. But before we get too carried away, let's not forget about those all-important soft skills. They're just as critical as technical expertise when it comes to being a successful e-learning architect.
Right. You can't just be a tech wizard hiding behind a computer screen. You need to be able to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, and build relationships.
Exactly. Think about it. You'll be interacting with a wide range of stakeholders, instructors, subject matter experts, IT professionals, and of course, the learners themselves.
So strong communication skills are a must. You need to be able to explain complex technical concepts clearly and concisely, and you need to be able to listen attentively to understand the needs and perspectives of others.
That's a great point. And don't forget about collaboration. You'll be working as part of a team, so being able to effectively share ideas, build consensus, and work towards a common goal is essential.
It sounds like being an e-learning architect requires a unique blend of technical skills, creativity, people skills.
Absolutely. It's a multifaceted role that demands a well-rounded individual. Now, before we jump into the final part of our deep dive, let's take a moment to reflect on something crucial. Understanding your audience.
That's a great point to bring up. You can have the coolest technology and the most beautiful designs, but if they don't resonate with the learners, it's all for nothing.
It's all about putting yourself in their shoes. Who are they? What are their learning goals? What are their challenges? What are their preferred learning styles?
And are you designing with accessibility in mind? Are you creating an inclusive learning environment where everyone feels welcome and supported?
Absolutely. Accessibility should be baked into the design process from the very beginning, not just added as an afterthought. Now, how can aspiring e-learning architects develop a deeper understanding of their target audience?
Research is key. Conducting surveys, interviews, and focus groups can provide invaluable insights into the needs and preferences of your learners.
Exactly. Analyze learner demographics, their tech savviness, their prior knowledge of the subject matter. The more you know about your audience, the better you can tailor the learning experience to their unique needs.
And don't forget to stay up to date on the latest trends in learning and development. What are the new technologies and approaches that are resonating with learners?
This is where being connected to the e-learning community through conferences, online forums, and industry publications becomes so valuable. It's about being a lifelong learner yourself, always seeking out new knowledge and perspectives.
Now I'm curious to hear your thoughts on some of the bigger challenges facing the field of e-learning in the coming years. What keeps you up at night?
That's an insightful question. One major challenge is keeping pace with the rapid advancements in technology. Artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality. These technologies are evolving at an incredible speed.
It's exciting, but it also means that e-learning architects need to be adaptable and constantly learning new skills. It's not a field for the faint of heart.
Absolutely. Another challenge is the growing demand for personalized learning experiences. Learners are expecting content that's tailored to their individual needs and preferences.
This is where data analytics and AI can play a crucial role, helping us understand learner behavior and create those personalized learning paths.
Exactly. It's all about harnessing the power of technology. to create more effective and engaging learning experiences.
We've covered so much ground in this deep dive. It's clear that preparing for an e-learning architect interview involves a lot more than just memorizing answers.
It's about understanding the role, showcasing your knowledge and skills, and utilizing the right tools to stand out from the competition.
We've explored the multifaceted responsibilities of this role, tackled those tough interview questions, and discovered how RoleCatcher's AI can be an invaluable resource in your job search.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet.
Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll wrap up our deep dive with some final thoughts and insights to help you land your dream job as an e-learning architect.
Welcome back to the final part of our e-learning architect interview prep deep dive. I'm ready to soak up those last bits of wisdom before sending our listeners off to conquer their interview.
Excellent, yeah. We've covered a lot of ground, from dissecting those tricky interview questions to exploring those emerging trends like VR and personalized learning.
And let's not forget about RoleCatcher and their incredible AI tools. That can take your interview game to the next level.
Absolutely. Yeah, their AI-powered resume builder, interview practice, and personalized feedback can give you a serious advantage in the job market.
It's like having a whole team of career coaches and tech gurus in your corner, guiding you every step of the way.
Exactly. But even with all the tools and preparation in the world, there's one crucial element that can make or break your interview.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the secret ingredient?
Authenticity. Remember to let your genuine passion and enthusiasm shine through.
So it's not just about reciting memorized answers. It's about connecting with the interviewers on a human level, showing them who you are and why you're excited about this field.
Exactly. Be yourself. Showcase your unique skills and experiences. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
That's such a powerful reminder. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to say the right things that we forget to just be ourselves.
It's understandable. Interviews can be nerve-wracking. But remember, the interviewers are looking for a person, not a robot.
That's a great point. They want to see your passion, your energy, and your genuine excitement for the work.
Exactly. And don't forget to ask thoughtful questions at the end of the interview.
Oh, good point. It shows that you're curious, engaged,
Yeah.
and that you've been actively listening throughout the conversation.
Precisely. It's also a chance for you to gather more information about the company and the role to make sure it's the right fit for you.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, and I feel like our listener is well equipped to tackle their e-learning architect interview with confidence.
I think so too. We've explored the multifaceted responsibilities of this role, demystified those tricky interview questions, and discovered how RoleCatcher can be an invaluable ally in your job search journey.
Remember, the world of e-learning is evolving rapidly, and the demand for skilled e-learning architects is only going to increase.
Definitely, it's a field that's ripe with opportunity for those who are passionate about learning, technology, and innovation.
So embrace the challenge, stay curious, and never stop learning. We're excited to see what you create and the impact you'll make on the future of education.
Best luck on your interview. We're cheering you on.
And that's a wrap on our e-learning architect interview prep deep dive. Until next time, keep diving deep.